Spruce Creek traffic, blue and yellow T6 departing runway 23, left turn out, Spruce Creek.
Window closed?
Keep it open until we go a couple hundred feet in the air, just in case we had a problem. We want to be able to get out in a hurry. All right. Josh, you go ahead and close that canopy if you want. Don't get quite as wind blown that way.
Spruce Creek traffic, yellow RV taxi, cross runway 5, windy loop to south.
So anyway, we're going to go south of here about 10 miles, and we got to kind of stay low until we go across I-44 down here, just because right now we're underneath all of the airspace for Daytona Beach, so we can't go climbing up into it unannounced. So we're just going to stay below 1,000 feet, and this rate of climb that we got going now should work out just about right. About the time we cross past the racetrack down here, we'll be clearing 1 million, and we can head on up. All right.
Spruce Creek traffic, yellow RV cleared, active.
Okay, 9-1 Golf, turning base for 1-1.
So you'll find that for such a big airplane, you know, the common thinking is that it's going to be really heavy on the controls, but you'll find it's actually got a really light touch. So I'll let you do quite a bit of the flying once we get down here. So I'll be curious to see what you think of it when we get back.
Stay on traffic. 9-1 Golf, turning final for 1-1, touch and go.
Were you surprised when you found out we were going to go flying? I know we've been trying to do it for a couple weeks. Yeah.
February 532 Delta Mike, left crosswind, runway 11, Merritt Island.
All right, I'm going to turn that radio down. We don't need to listen to them. Okay, so here's 44. Once we cross this, we can climb on up. So we're going to go up to about 5,000 feet. So Josh, tell you what, why don't you go ahead and get on the controls with me? All right. And primarily the stick, the rudder, we don't use that, or you won't need to worry about that so much. I'll kind of take care of most of that. But anyway, so we're going, well, I'm going to ask you, how fast are we going right now?
How fast?
How fast?
145.
Yep. And then the altimeter, I don't know how familiar you are with that, but the altimeter reads like a clock. It's showing that we're at about 1,200 feet right now. So we're just going to continue our climb. We want to climb at about 120 miles an hour. So in order to do that, obviously we're going to apply a little bit of back pressure on the control stick. And this airplane, again, it's so big, you'd think it would involve a lot of movement of the controls, but it really doesn't. So what I tell people, rather than think about actually moving the controls in any particular direction, what we like to think of it instead is just think about applying pressure in any particular direction. So we either apply back pressure to the stick or forward pressure. So tell you what, move us to there. Let's make a right-hand turn. So I'm going to let you do it. Kind of head over towards, there's a set of power lines over there. We're going to kind of head over towards those. There you go. So that's a really good speed. That's 120 miles an hour. The airplane will climb a lot slower than that, but then we're going to be pitched up at such a high nose angle, it's hard for us to see traffic if anyone was headed towards us. So this is a nice, safe speed for us to climb at. So there we're through 2,000 feet, so we're just going to keep on going. Here's my hands, so I'm not flying, it's all you. So if you look down here, you'll see to the right, it kind of looks like a road going north and south. That's actually a set of power lines. We're going to kind of stay right over that set of power lines as we head down to the south here. So once we get around this little cloud, go ahead and give us just a real gentle left-hand turn to put us almost right over the top of those power lines. All right. Looking good. So kind of cool, isn't it? I tell people it's like flying a Harley Davidson. You know, it makes lots of noise and drips oil and rumbles and smokes. It's big. It's just a cool airplane. Yep. So what's our altitude now?
About 3,900 feet.
2,900 right now.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Easy way to think of it is it works just like a clock.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's a great heading, so we'll just keep headed this direction. If we were to keep climbing and keep heading in this direction, we would actually end up flying into the airspace for Sanford and for Orlando International, which obviously we don't want to do. So we're going to head this way, maybe another 4 or 5 miles, and then we'll have to turn around, and we're just going to kind of work back and forth in this area right here. All right. And then Josh, if you could do me a favor while we're flying, you know, Florida's kind of known as being what they call the flight training capital of the world. There's so many flight schools in the area, tons of airplanes flying. So I always tell people there's, 2 sets of eyes are better than one. So if you should happen to see an airplane somewhere that looks like it might be any kind of a conflict for us, just let me know. Easiest way is to point, use like a clock angle, like he's at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Yeah. And if he's headed towards us or away from us, if it's, an airliner or something up high, that's obviously not a problem. Don't even worry about it. Okay. All right, so do this. Give me a right-hand turn, 180 degrees, so that we end up following that power line the other direction now. There you go. So that's a good amount of bank. So just kind of hold what you got, and we'll also keep this climb going. That's perfect. So you can see it's kind of easy to over-control the airplane. Your initial thought is that you need to really muscle it around, but usually you can fly this airplane just with using about 3 fingers. It's a real light touch. Right. There you go. Nicely done. All right, see, now I'm going to make you work. Now give me a left 360 degree turn. You did that one so good, I want you to do it the other way. Just be smooth. There you go. So we'll get up to our altitude here. We'll get over that road, and we'll fly through a little bit of aerobatics. See what you think of that. All right. So what do you think so far? Fun? Alright, looking good. So yeah, we'll roll level here. Now we're just going to go this direction for about another mile or so until we get clear of all these clouds. Alright, so go ahead and let's keep us climbing. Let's go up to 5,000 feet. Okay. There we go. Nice. Now we'll just lower the nose a little bit. We'll stop at climbing at 5, and now we're just going to let the airplane accelerate a little bit. Since we're in that climb, the airplane was going to look kind of slow, and we're going to want some speed for the aerobatics. So we'll just kind of hold it right here. Okay, Josh, tell you what, I've got control of the airplane. Feel free to ride along on the controls, but just keep your touch real light on there for me, okay? All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by doing a maneuver called a wing over. Alright, and the wing over's not aerobatic, it's just a nice gentle maneuver that we like to start with to get you used to seeing the world doing something you're not quite used to.
Okay.
And you'll find that, in case you haven't already noticed, I talk a lot, and I won't surprise you with anything. I'll let you know everything we're going to do before we do it. Alright, so anyway, I'm looking straight ahead. We're going to let the nose lower through the horizon just a little bit. And mainly what we're doing now is we're just trying to build up some airspeed. There's about 170, about 180, so I'm still looking straight ahead. We're just going to bring the nose up. Now I'm going to look to the left. And then we're going to start to turn in the direction that we're looking here. And you can see we're just doing this big climbing turn. This is called a wing over. So we're climbing. Once we reach this point here, I like to say gravity wins the fight, and it starts to pull the front end of the airplane through, essentially. That turns into a descending half of a turn. We're going to roll out parallel to that set of power lines again. Now we're going to do the same thing, but this time to the right. So still looking straight ahead, nose comes up, looking right. We'll get a little bit steeper this time though. Oh. And let the nose fall down. That's not so bad, right? Nice easy way to enter the maneuver here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn us around because I want to get a landmark off of the left wing that we can recognize. And looks like we got some traffic nearby, so we're going to just kind of knock it off anyway. We don't want to be doing this stuff with an airplane close to us. Alright Josh, so tell you what, I'm going to roll level right about here, and if you look off the left wing, you see that big puffy cloud out there?
Yeah.
Yep, just kind of remember where that cloud is. We're looking straight ahead. So this is called a barrel roll, and it's going to start off looking like the wing over, but we're going to use that cloud as a focal point here in a minute. So the nose is down, we're looking straight ahead. Nose comes up, a lot steeper. Now I'm looking at that cloud. And our objective now is to fly the airplane so that the nose ends up pointed right at that cloud, just as we go inverted through the horizon. Then we're going to come back out on our original heading, so that cloud should once again be right off of our left wing. And now we're just going to go right into a big old loop. Alright. So we're looking straight ahead, nose comes back. And we're just going to kind of roll level here. Just because it said there's another airplane around us. Alright. We always want to be careful. We'll try that again in a minute once we figure out where he is. So have you always had an interest in flying, or you think it's something you might want to pursue?
I've liked it for a long time.
Oh, good. Well, you're at the right age for sure.
Yep.
All right, we're going to try that again here. We're going to get parallel to our road down here. All right. And nose coming down. We're just going to let that airspeed build up again. Alright, no traffic nearby, looking straight ahead. We bring the stick back nice and easy. No need to put a lot of G's on the airplane. Okay, Josh, tip your head straight back. Now we're just looking to see the horizon come back into view. Nice big old loop. Did you guys do any aerobatics in the SXs?
Nope, first time.
Okay, good. Alright, now we're going to do what's called a half cubinate turnaround. So it's going to start off looking kind of like that loop. So again, tip your head back. But now we're going to stop here and just do half of a roll. Let our speed build up. You feeling okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right. More traffic, so we're going to take another break. Sunday, what are all these people doing flying out here today? We're supposed to take the day off.
This is their day off.
Yeah. All right. That little piece of rubber's trying to undo itself here. Okay, here we go. This time we're going to kind of head out to the east, lower the nose. All right, nose coming up. We're going to stop right here. And we're just going to do what's called a 4-point roll. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Now, of course, Josh, we can't go fly in a World War II era airplane and not do at least one victory roll, right?
What?
A victory roll. All right. So we're going to bring the nose up, and we're just going to roll it all the way around here. That's not all bad, right? Nope. All right, tell you what, Josh, why don't you go ahead and take the airplane. We're at about 3,000 feet. Let's kind of level here, so just kind of ease the stick forward a little bit. We don't want to climb anymore. I'm going to bring our power back. We'll start making our way back to the airport. So which way is the airport right now?
Till like at 7 o'clock.
Very good.
Want me to go left?
Yep. All right, let's go left and put us in a nice, easy descent. Now, the one thing we got to keep in mind is we can't fly through any of these clouds. So kind of figure that. So we'll kind of, actually tell it, let's roll level here. And once we get past this big cloud below us, let's start an easy descent, and then we'll add a little bit of turn. That way we'll try and descend and go underneath all these clouds that are over here to our left. So there you go. So yeah, ease the stick forward. This airplane's kind of visually deceptive. When you're in level flight, it gives you the impression that you're descending. There you go, that's perfect. So now just a little bit of a left-hand bank, just so we don't go in. I know you probably can't see this cloud that's right in front of us. There's traffic off to our left, got him. All right, that's him. All right, so go level here, but keep the descent going. We're starting to actually climb again here. There you go, good. There you go. Now keep this descent going, and now start a left-hand turn so that we end up going underneath those clouds over there to our left. Looking good. And then just keep this turn going, Josh, till we're kind of headed almost due west, simply because the new Smyrna airport's right up here, and we don't want to descend into their airspace without talking to them.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this will be the funnest thing you do all day long.
Yeah, most likely.
All right. There you go, good. You can roll level here. Okay, so now for us to get back to the creek, we got to still descend, so keep us coming down. We got to get down to at least 1,200 feet. Right now we're at about 1,800. All right. Looking good. There you go, perfect. All right, I'm going to turn the radio back up here, and just be careful we don't climb back up. so you're doing perfect. We're gonna head right for the racetrack now, New Smyrna Speedway, and then we'll hang a right. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing perfect. So are you and your dad going to be out here during this week, do you think?
Maybe.
Because if you are, let me know when you come back and I'll get you that thumb drive with the video on it. Spruce Creek area traffic. Blue and yellow T6 is near the New Smyrna Speedway inbound. Will be left traffic full stop 23 Spruce Creek. Okay, Josh, give me a right-hand turn, about 90 degrees worth of turn. There you go, perfect. Well done. You sure you haven't done this before? You fly really well.
I think I've only had like maybe 2 minutes of flying time.
Wow, well you're doing great, especially with my big head in front of you. You're doing amazingly well.
Thanks.
This isn't typically the airplane people start off their lessons in, so the fact that you're able to maneuver this big airplane this well is pretty impressive. All right, just watch your climb. We're slowly starting to go back up here. There you go, perfect. Okay, now give me a right turn so that we end up parallel to the Spruce Creek runway, which is going to be down here on our left. If you don't see it, I'll let you know when to stop.
All right. I don't see it.
Yeah, it'll be coming up here on the left here in a minute. Spruce Creek area traffic, blue and yellow T6, left downwind, full stop 23. Okay, roll level there, Josh. Tell you what, I've got the airplane. So there's our runway.
All right.
So we're going to lower the landing gear. There's one, there's two. And then you have to do it just yet, Josh, but before we land, just make sure you open that canopy back up for me, okay?
All right.
Spruce Creek area traffic, blue and yellow T6 turning left base, full stop 23, Spruce Creek. Now for the hard part. Flying is the easy part.
Yep. Landing?
Yeah. Nah, actually, this airplane's not too bad. It's not the easiest, but like I tell people, it's just an airplane. You just got to learn the plane and take it seriously.
Yep.
And you got your canopy open?
Now it is.
There we go. Good. Safe and sound.
All right.
We'll just go all the way down to the end here. Good job. You really did fly quite well. Very well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Traffic not available.
Spruce Creek area traffic. T6 is clear of 23, Spruce Creek. Well, Josh, thanks for flying.
You're welcome.
What are you going to do the rest of the day?
Go home and do a party.
All right. Oh, that's right. I did hear about that. Well, we'll get this video done, and I'll find some way to get it to you. I'll make sure I get all your contact info before y'all head out.
All right.